What is good, everyone? Welcome to Weekday Wagers. I am Mark. So glad and happy that you found us and are joining us here for this show. This is our little afternoon show. And when DG's not here, it's just me and Mr. Robby Hockey. Robby, how are you doing today?
Man, I'm doing great. Birthday was yesterday. Feeling no hangovers, no excess of eating, so I'm good today.
Good. Yeah. Again, happy belated birthday. We were toasting and celebrating you yesterday on the show. Glad you had a great weekend. What is the word for this Tuesday, though?
Yeah, continuing off that, it's grateful for everybody that reached out, and also grateful that Condon is coming back to Florida. He was testing the waters in the NBA draft and decided today, no, I'm going to come back to Florida. So we have a stacked basketball roster yet again, and I'm really excited. I know Florida football is king, but I'm actually really excited for Florida basketball again this year.
Interesting. Good. It's nice to see a kid go back, decide to stay in college after he kind of tested the market a little bit and said, hey, I got another year left of eligibility. Let me cash in on some NIL money.
Right on.
Well, I want to piggyback off your grateful, the word grateful, because I am grateful that we have we're on the clock now. OTAs in the NFL have started. They are in full swing. There's only 5 teams, I believe, that have not started OTAs today, that they actually start tomorrow. So as of tomorrow, everybody's going to be in OTAs. Yes, they're optional. It doesn't matter. It's football, and it's going to give us kind of a first glimpse into some interesting, teams that are OTAs something that you follow.
I do when it pertains to Dallas, especially because I know Micah Parsons, he's got a big deal coming up, and I'm trying to see, is he going to get his big deal? When will he get his big deal? It'll probably drop sometime when something other news big is going on, because Jerry Jones likes to take the spotlight. But yeah, I share a birthday with Micah Parsons as well. So happy birthday, Micah. But that's what I'm looking at. Looking at that, and even like the Cleveland quarterback competition, that's another thing that'll be interesting to see how that shakes out.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of eyes on Cleveland for a number of reasons as the season starts to take shape. But like you, I look at a couple teams, kind of say I'm really interested in what the Chargers are doing, and how that team starts to really emerge under with the new coach,
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh, and in his second year, sophomore year, I think we saw a lot of big changes last year. Really looking forward to what he brings to the table for this season.
Y'all picked up Najee Harris, correct? So y'all got another running back.
Yep.
Who was the other guy? I'm drawing a blank that was on there. Is he still there? My gosh, I hate this.
Oh, the running game was horrible.
Yeah, I didn't know if they retained him. I can't think of his name now. I'm drawing a blank, but I know you got Najee.
It was
Gus
Edwards. Yep. Yeah. Gus is still there.
Okay.
And Najee Harris obviously is the addition that everybody is really focused on right now, because they needed to do something to bulk up and build up a running game. They became one-dimensional and pretty easy to defend. So yeah, looking forward to see what Najee brings to the table. But enough football talk, Rob. People are here for our picks. What are you on today?
Well, of course, I'm going back to the ice, even though last night was absolutely dreadful. Thanks for nothing, Florida. You ruined my birthday. But that was yesterday. Today's the day, and we're going to Connor McDavid. How can we not? 2+ points at -106. Man, he has been tearing up the playoffs right now. He has hit this in 7 of his last 11 games versus Dallas, and in 5 straight at home versus Dallas. Look, man, Edmonton, they're rolling. I know that Dallas is still capable of stealing one tonight, no doubt. But I think it all goes through McDavid. If you watched last year's Stanley Cup final and the behind the scenes of the Amazon preview, he's in a whole different mode right now. He wants to get back to the finals. He wants to win. I'm taking the guy who's been the most consistent right now, and that's Connor McDavid at 2+ points at -106.
I like it. Put your feet to the fire. Who do you think wins tonight?
After last night, I'm going to go ahead and go wild card. I'm going to say Dallas wins tonight.
Really?
I don't know how. I don't know who scores, but I think somehow Dallas pulls it off tonight and they go back tied.
That would be shocking. I think I'm all over Edmonton. I think Edmonton wins this. I think that they go up 3-1 and then they look to close it out in Dallas. They have just been so fast and so quick, and they really have stood out against a very fast and quick Dallas team in their own right. They just seem to be one step further.
Dallas just isn't getting the scoring from their top guys. Wyatt Johnson, I've already bashed him enough, but he's not doing anything. And even Mikko Rantanen isn't doing what he was doing in the beginning of the playoffs. And for Edmonton to shut them down without Matthias Ekholm as well, that's pretty good. And if they can clinch this series, them in Florida, I'm sure Florida will somehow find a win in the next 3 games against Carolina. But I think it's going to be a very interesting rematch in the finals if Edmonton can actually pull it out.
I'm looking forward to that because I do think that there's a lot of redemption to be had. If you're an Edmonton fan, there's also a lot of moxie that the Panthers have, and they've only gotten better since last season.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love that. I am actually going to the Diamond with my pick and doing a little nerfy action. And we're going to go to Arlington for a first inning bet at -130. It's a little juicy, but I love this spot here simply because Toronto's starting Bowden Francis. And while he's not a household name, his first inning numbers are rock solid. He's got a 1.00 whip, a 200 batting average that he's allowed, and he's facing a Rangers lineup that scored in the first inning just once in their last 7 games. On the other side of this, Texas is sending out their stud, Nathan Eovaldi. He's been lights out early, holding hitters to a 182 average in the first and allowing just 1 first inning run in his last 5 games. You put that with both teams in the bottom 10 in first inning scoring percentage. I love this look at -130. The Nerfies have been taking a beating over this weekend, just an absolute beating. And if you follow the model on juststatsports.com, you'll find now that there's a new graphic there where they make it real simple. They'll do strong Nerfy, lean Nerfy, toss up, which is basically a stay away, and then the Nerfy categories as well. That thing has been lights out in identifying games for yes run first innings and no run first innings. So head on over there, try it out. Use code BTT30. You get your first 30 days for free. It pays for itself. But that's my Nerfy play for the day. Any thoughts on Nerfies or Yerfies, Rob?
So, that's not my field. That's a sweat that I don't like doing. But there is a guy in that game. I do like Vladdy tonight, Vlad Guerrero. I know that they've got a lot of boost out for dingers and home runs, but I think Vladdy actually has a pretty good matchup against Eovaldi. So maybe you cash yours and then Vladdy comes through for me later on in the game.
Speaking of a boost, we do have. Where'd you go, Rob? There we are.
I'm here.
Gotta get you. We do have our Weekday Wagers daily boost. We don't have any picks on the NBA for today's show, but that doesn't mean our boost doesn't cover the NBA. And if I can read that screen correctly, I think it says Jalen Brunson to get 25 or more, Tyrese Halliburton to get 20 points, Pascal Siakam to get 20 plus points, and who's the? Why can't I see the bottom of that? I should know that. Oh, Cat.
Yeah.
Carl Anthony Towns to get 20.
There we go.
We'll get this thing figured out. And I believe I'm the one that put that one together. So I
had to zoom in too, man. Don't even worry. As soon as you said it, I was like, let me get my readers going and zoom in as well. So don't even worry about it.
And I know how to pronounce Pascal Siakam. I just like saying Siakam better.
Right.
Look, I did do some stats on these. Cat has cleared this line in 7 of his last 8. Halliburton 3 of the last 4. Siakam has done it in 5 of the last 8 home games versus New York, and Brunson has done it in 5 of the last 8 games he's played in Indianapolis. I love this shot. Boost it. It's over on DraftKings, and it goes from 310 to, I believe, 492. So it's a nice little juicy payday at the end when these all hit. And all you got to do is say, thank you, Weekday Wagers, at the pay window. That's all we ask. It's simple. It's real easy. Speaking of other things that have been cashing, Rob, our streak continues, my friend.
Saw that.
We have had somebody on our daily dinger list go yard every single day except for one time since we started doing this. That's a pretty good run.
Yes, hell of a run right there.
So here's our list today. We got Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani. They seem like they're consistently on there. Logan O'Hoppe, Juan Soto, and O'Neal Cruz. Rob, who do you like and why?
And there's about 4 on that list that are really great picks. I'm gonna go though with O'Neal Cruz plus 500. Now I don't think Pittsburgh's going to win that game. I think they're going to get shut down pretty well. But it's in Arizona. He's using the torpedo bat. He has 3 home runs in his last 4 games overall. And I know Corbin Burns is a great pitcher, has been playing well. But the last time these two met in 2022, it was a while ago, but that was the last time they met. And Cruz has 2 home runs on him in his last 6 plate appearances. So give me O'Neal Cruz. Give me the torpedo bats. Burns has also allowed 5 home runs in his last 5 starts versus Pittsburgh as well.
Interesting. You know what? I gotta be honest. Like, you stole O'Neal Cruz because that's the guy I was leaning towards. For whatever reason, it full transparency. I had looked at a single stat, hadn't done a single bit of research. There's a thing that when I see O'Neal Cruz in a lineup or on a listing, I get like this gut feeling, like I know he's going yard today. It is based on nothing but a gut fact. And the last 2 times I've had that gut instinct on O'Neal Cruz, he's gone yard. So I'll let you have O'Neal Cruz today. Personally, I will be playing him as well. So I like Juan Soto at plus 420.
Yeah.
And I like this for no other reason than the Bear. I forgot his name.
Pete Alonso.
Alonso. How do I forget that? Finally got a home run and got, broke the longest slump streak that he's had for a home run in his career. He's starting to warm up. That is only going to make Juan Soto that much more hot at the plate, simply because pitchers now have they don't have that kind of freebie with Alonso not being a real threat to go yard. They're going to have to pitch to Soto, and I love this spot for Soto. I think that with the wind blowing out in New York tonight at 10 miles an hour, all he's got to do is just loft one into the air, and we cash a plus 420. So
it's a great pick. I think he's had 3 at bats, and forgive me, the pitcher's name's escaping me right now, but he has 3 at bats and 2 hits and 2 home runs against him as well. So really love that pick.
So yeah, for those of you who like the stats like I do, other than the wind speed, that's the other reason you should be backing Juan Soto tonight to hit a home run.
Yeah.
But, well, Rob, that's going to do it for us. Where do we go here?
There we go.
There we are. I don't know why is it doing that? There. Thank you. That's going to do it for us. Is there anything that you've got your eye on? Anything else going on for you this evening?
Yeah, watching the Edmonton game, of course. And then I'm also going to start digging into props for tomorrow night because, like I said, Florida let us down big time last night. I don't even know if I hit a pick in hockey last night. But I think they took their night off. I think they come back focused and rally tomorrow. And I think the same usual guys who have been backing takes care of us again tomorrow night. Florida ends that series, and they'll be in the Stanley Cup final.
I like it. Yeah, likewise. I'll be watching the hockey. I'll be flipping between hockey and basketball and trying to keep up with the scores and stuff going on with baseball. I I've got a bunch of run line picks up on Just a Stat Sports. The run line model has been killing it. I like to try to save people some time and just do the write-ups for the games that the model really suggests. The run line model, since Major League started this season, is cashing at over 80%. So head on over there. I've got 12 baseball picks up today. So I'll be watching all three. I feel like I need a lot more TV screens in my office than I already have. So I don't know if I can justify that, but we'll see. That's going to do it for us today. Rob and I will be back tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow
we'll
will be my Friday.
Tomorrow is your Friday. So we'll be back right here, 2:00 Eastern time. Head on over, catch us there. Until then, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets and be kind to one another. It goes a long way. We'll see you later.